So hello everyone, welcome to this particular video. Thank you so much first of all for supporting these videos so much. And previously we have covered many interview based questions. Today also we'll be focusing on interviews, but it will be on scenario based questions. There are many scenario based questions that can be asked to you in any sort of interviews of data engineering. It is very important to answer those questions in a very practical and a factual way with technological terms. Okay, so that we'll be focusing on. So as you can see on the screen, that is this one. Basically that is our data engineering resource guide. So this is our open source guide where we post all our whatever videos we make, whatever interview questions that we had, that we make these kind of restructured. I have restructured it these in a folder manner so that it is easier for you also to grab these resources. Better what you should do, instead of downloading everything one by one, better do a fork on it. Whenever you do a fork on a repository, it will copy the whole repository on your own account. Okay, so better to do that so that you can take this and you can also star mark this repository if you like this repository. So as you can see, let's start with the first question. That is, we have opened the two things. The scenario based questions are really very important, because whenever you talk about scenario based questions, it will be in the interviews majorly, because I have taken many interviews. To be very honest, many people lag in the major scenario based questions only. Okay, so we'll be focusing on those things only, and we'll be trying to get you through the things, and we'll be trying to get the things so that you can crack any kind of interviews and all. Okay, so that is very important. So let's start. So we have opened our draw.io also. I'll be attaching this also on the GitHub repository, and also this particular thing, that is our Databricks notebook, whatever we'll be creating, and there only will get all the different type of things directly. You can fork it and you can get it. So any kind of questions also you will have, please ask in the comment section. So let's start. Today's video is very different. Firstly, it is not only about the theoretical questions that we'll be talking about, not only about what is ETL, and in the previous videos also we have covered those kind of things. Today we'll be talking about the scenario based questions that are very important, that proves basically that you are a good data engineer. So let's start with the first one. That is the questions I'll be writing. That is design of a simple pipeline. Okay, the questions I'll write like this here as a text. Okay, so that it is visible for everyone and you can just answer it out. Okay, so this is the first question. That is basically, suppose you are working in a company, like your company receives a CSV file every morning. On any one morning you are getting a CSV file at 8 a.m. containing the customer orders. Okay, there is a CSV file that has a customer orders. Let's understand it one by one. And the business wants the data to be available in the Power BI. That is your reporting layer. Your Power BI is a reporting layer. Okay, where the business will be seeing the end result at the last. So the data is coming at 8 a.m. The business wants the data to be reflected to the Power BI reports at 9 a.m. 1 hour difference is there. So how would you design the pipeline? What exact steps you will do and what exact methods you will follow to design these kind of pipeline? So let me answer you in a very practical way. Firstly, we'll be trying to understand what the flow will look like. Then I'll be explaining you everything. That is basically, suppose I want a particular order to look like basically that a file is getting received in a CSV manner and you want to get that thing. Okay, so in the interviews also try to explain in the same manner. That is, suppose this is a CSV file. Okay, you are getting a CSV file. Let's design this. Let's make it smaller. Let's color it. Suppose this is a CSV file that you are getting. So a CSV file that you have to you are getting the CSV file in the source. So now basically what you have to do, you have to do the landing. You have to create, you got the CSV file, now you have to fetch the CSV file from the source and bring to your own platform. Suppose you are using any kind of platform, so we'll be saying it as landing folder zone. Okay, simple as that. Landing folder zone, where you will be bringing all those kind of files and all. Okay, next thing, basically you fetch those files. Now directly you will be not pushing to the platform, or directly you will be not pushing to the golden layer. You will be creating some sort of validation, data validation layer. Here we'll be calling it as a data validation layer, basically, where you will be doing all those kind of validation. There are many methods to do a validation. I'll be not going into that particular thing, but there are many methods to do a data validation. We have to write a script so that it can be done. Also, next step will be data cleaning. So I'll be also cleaning the data. Okay, cleaning the data means there will be many raw kind of data that you will be getting, the sometimes different kind of data types you are getting, so you have to cast that. Many type of duplicates you will be getting, remove those duplicates. Any nulls you are getting, clean those nulls or coalesce it basically. So all those kind of things will be done on the data cleaning layer. Okay, that is this part. Now basically after this, what you have to do, after this you have to create another layer. Now you have cleaned the data, you have verified the data, the correct data is coming to your particular platform. What you have to do, you have to do the transformation. Now the Power BI layer basically directly when you are creating a golden layer, there directly you are not pushing the data. You have to do some kind of transformation. You have to do some kind of what we say differential things, so that the data can be in a much better manner, so that it can be consumed directly from the Power BI. So what you will do, you will directly push that data transformation. After the transformation, you will push that data where? To your this zone that is called as loading zone into data warehouse. So data warehouse, you will be pushing the data to the data warehouse basically, where now different type of tables, different kind of layers can be created, and directly now after this Power BI layer, Power BI reporting can be done, okay, or a refresh can be done on this. So basically this is the last layer that we create, and this whole thing can be taken into a proper what, like this, send to back, and this we will call it as whole pipeline. This is how the pipeline should look like basically. That is the first layer basically. That is your first layer is this one, CSV file. You are getting a CSV file. After that you do load that data to a landing zone. After that you do a data validation layer, then data cleaning layer, then data transformation layer, then data landing zone to your data warehouse, and then the Power BI reporting. So this is how you have to build that particular system, and then only you will be getting the data into the data warehouse at the last, and eventually to your Power BI reports. So the first step as you are doing, this is called as ingestion. You are ingesting the file to your landing zone. Okay, that is called as ingestion. Then we are doing the data validation. For example, like any mandatory column present in that particular landing zone that you require or not, are the duplicate records are there that you have to remove, so remove those things. Then are the dates in the correct format that is required into the data warehouse, that is in the correct format, because correct format with many time it is required a DD, MM, YY, and the data that is coming is in MMDDYY or any kind of MMDDYY, okay, or YYDDMM, any kind of format. Different kind of formats are there, so you will be doing all those kind of things. Then there are numerical columns. Actually in numeric there will be, suppose say that there is a cost column, it is having 2.2, 3.3, 300 rupees, something like that. These kind of values are there. So whether it is string or whether it is in a numerical form, that you will be validating. So after validation, you will be pushing the data into the cleaning layer, like data cleaning layer, where you will be handling all kind of null values, removing the duplicates, standardizing the forms of formats or not, all those kind of formats that I told you. Okay, the DDMM YY layer. Then the transformation layer. Once the data is clean, you will be applying many kind of transformation, business transformation logics and all, such as, like, suppose you have the cleaning layer. Now you will be calculating the revenue from it. Okay, so what is the revenue of that particular company, or as per that, or deriving any new columns from the present column. So that is called as a transformation layer. After that you will be loading. This is called as a final layer for loading the data into a data warehouse, such as Snowflake you will be loading the data, or BigQuery you will be loading the data, or Databricks Delta tables you will be loading the data, so that reporting tools like Power BI can consume it. Okay, so these kind of things, this is a type of a question that can be asked to you in the interviews. So definitely please be prepared, and please be like you understand all those things. That will be much better. Okay, so in many kind of scenarios there will be a follow-up question that can be asked: why don't you directly load the data from here to Power BI? Just a random question. So because Power BI is a reporting layer. Okay, your refined layer, your reporting tool, it is a reporting tool, right? So basically business logic, validation, transformation should happen always before that, so that it is faster, and your Power BI report is much more faster, reliable, reliable, and also accurate. That is the main thing. So if you are aware about those things, that is how you should be making the things. Let's go to the next question. Okay, I'll be saving this. Let's save this also. Data engineering scenario part 1. Okay, we'll be saying like this, and we'll be downloading this better. Device pay, we'll be saving it to our device. Okay, so that is it. And you can, if you want to open this file from the particular repository directly, you have to just import it onto the draw.io. If you import it directly, you'll be able to open like this only. Okay, that is the first question. Let's talk about the next question. This is the next question that says basically a pipeline suddenly fails at 2 a.m. Your production pipeline fails overnight, like it failed overnight. At the night, when you are sleeping, it failed. What will you do first, basically? Okay. So first method, basically what happens is you already, like whenever you create a pipeline, any kind of orchestration tool, be it ADF, be it Databricks, be it Airflow, be it Cloud Composer, anything. So there will be methods of retry. So what it does basically, whenever you run your pipeline, suppose it failed, any kind of issues like connection issue or any kind of failures that are platform issues and all. So automatically you enable this when you are building your pipeline. At that time only you enable this like 2 or 3. Like after failure, if it failed for one time, it will be rerunning it automatically. That is one thing that automatically when you make it. Okay. So when it failed after that also, after all the retries it failed, what usually you will do? So you will not say in interviews, I'll retry it. No, because you have already, when you were building the pipeline, at that time only you have already done those retries and all. So basically what you will do, you will try to rerun. You will not try to rerun your pipeline. First you will understand the failure, your method of the failure, basically what happened, failure cause. You will be trying to understand this particular point. Basically what is the cause of my failure, what is the problem, why it failed. Basically you will be trying to investigate that, basically debug that. And there are many approaches to it. I'll be just suggesting you some of the approaches so that it is much more better for you answer to. Okay, also I'll be adding these as a note, so no need to worry. I'll be adding some more questions, some more scenarios. No need to just write it down right now. You can just you use that GitHub repository, in that everything I have listed in, so no need to worry. Suggested approach. Okay, so there are many suggested approach that you should follow basically whenever a pipeline fails. Okay, so let's list it down. So first approach, what is the first approach? Basically what you will do, you will try to firstly check the orchestration logs. Orchestration logs means it can be Airflow, it can be Databricks, whatever it is, you will just try to log it up. Okay. Next thing is basically first step is done, like you will check the logs and all. Then you will identify the failed stage or step or exact task. You can narrow down these things. Basically this will help you to investigate it much better and debug the things. That is basically why it is failing. Okay, we'll be adding the notes, so no need to worry. So these are two things that you will do. Next thing what you will do, you'll try to read the error carefully. Like you need to understand basically what is the problem, why exactly it is failing, what are the methods. So then you will verify the database connectivity. Many time what happens, your access code gets expired, so you will be getting many failures like access issues or authentication issues and all. So you will try to, whenever you get the authentication issues and all, at that time you will try to see the failure. You will try to verify all those kind of connectivity and everything once, so that you can eliminate these kind of issues, that this is not my problem, this is not why the pipeline is failing, so that you can narrow on those things. Then you will check the cluster configuration. Cluster config. The cluster config means the availability and the storage. You will try to narrow down this also. Then once you get, after checking these things, you will get the issue. investigate the exact issue, fix the root cause, rerun the pipeline. Okay, these are the steps that you will follow basically. I don't know why it is not giving the numbers, but yes, this is what you need to do basically when you will be trying to fix your particular pipeline whenever it is failing at the night, or you wake up in the morning and you see basically that this is a problem right now I am facing. So try to investigate those things, and these are the steps that you will follow. Okay, just I have written in a very rough manner, but yes, this is what we did. Okay, what we used to do, or what you have to do. Next question is basically the question 3. What is question 3? The question 3 says basically that how would you handle a duplicate? Suppose you got a duplicate. Okay, so how exactly you will handle? Like suppose the question says is like this. This is what the next question says. The next question says basically how would you handle the duplicate records? Source system sometimes sends the duplicate records in the customer record. This is a very common issue. How would you handle them basically? What is the handling? Duplicate methods handling is very, very important. So basically what you will tell in the interview basically, duplicates can be of many types. Okay, on a single column level you are getting the duplicates. Or on 2 column basis you are getting a duplicate. 3 column basis also you can get the duplicate. So how exactly you will filter out those things, and how exactly you will. So first we'll try to understand the business definition of a duplicate. It is not like do a distinct and that is it is done. No, first we'll try to understand the business understanding. Many time what happens, basically your first column, suppose you are working on any kind of customer record. Okay, orders record suppose. So you are having a customer ID, say 101 and 101 and 101, but this is a duplicate for you. Right, as a data engineer it is a duplicate for you, but on the business level this person has ordered 3 particular items like mouse, keyboard and your monitor, something like that. This person has ordered 3 times. The duplicate, it is not a duplicate, it is a different distinct values it is. So that you have to rectify that. On the business level you have to understand what is the definition of the duplicate. Sometimes duplicate means the same customer ID, many times it's a combination of your mail, phone number and the date of birth. As we have seen right now, I just showed you an example, a combination of 101 and mouse, 101 and keyboard. This is not a duplicate, right? But when you will see only on the customer ID, it is a duplicate. So that you have to figure out basically. So after identifying the business keys, use a window function to keep the latest record. Whatever latest record you have, use a window function like rank, dense rank. Many times row number also we use. Okay, we'll be using these kind of window function, and then we'll be trying to rectify what is the problem and latest record. Whatever latest record you get, on that basis we'll be filtering out the duplicates. After filtering out, you will remove the duplicates. If you are having identical columns and all, you will remove the duplicates. Or you can also keep the records, like whatever duplicates you are removing. Majorly whenever you are working in a data engineering project, you will be creating different layers like bronze, silver, gold. Okay, whenever you create, so in the bronze layer majorly it is untouched. You will be not cleaning anything, you will be not doing all those kind of things on the bronze layer. Majorly you will be doing all those kind of cleaning transformations on the silver layer itself. So when you will do on the silver layer basically, so at that time you will be in a much better place to do all those kind of analysis. So that, because many times the bronze layer should be untouched. So for the audit logs, you will keep the bronze layer as it is, you will not touch it. So basically you will be creating a different layer at that time you will be doing. Okay, so that can be one of the problem. Okay, so this is the next question. Let's go to the next question. These scenarios are very common whenever you will be working in different kind of projects. You will be seeing these kind of questions and all. Okay, so next question is this. That is basically what it says, that's full load versus incremental load. You have 100 million records, customer records. Every day you are getting 20,000 record change. Would you reload everything? There is a question, right? So in that scenario, suppose you are getting 100 million records every day. 100 million every day, not every day, 100 million total records are there, and 20,000 records are getting changed, or it is getting incrementally, you're getting this record, new records. These are the new record. Okay, so what you will do, you will not reload everything. You are not going to reload, delete everything and reload everything. There is a concept called as incremental load. What it says, basically, whatever new data or whatever changed data has came, that only. So I will only load those 20,000 records. So it will be better for my performance. And there are many methods. Okay, many methods, like it is getting changed. The keyword is change. The keyword is not, you are not getting the 20,000 record, every new 20,000 records you are not getting. It is saying that it is getting changed. Change means basically, maybe these records are getting inserted, maybe these records are getting updated. The phone number got updated, the mail ID got updated, the name, surname got updated, the city got updated. Any kind of those things can happen, right? So a change is not only the insert, it can be update, it can be a delete. Majorly what happens ki one customer got deleted, another customer got entered, so it is the total records are same, but what is happening, the change has happened on the system. So basically you will be applying some kind of strategies. What all strategies you will be applying, I'll tell you. So in this scenario, change has happened. Okay, a change, whenever a change happens, so what exactly we'll do, we will try to Okay, so whenever a change has happened, what exactly we'll try to do, there are many methods to it. We'll do read only the new changes, updating records what are updated. So read only the updated or changed records. And how exactly we'll do doing that, there are many methods to it, like updated, on the basis of updated timestamp you will be doing that, recording those changes, that which timestamp has updated, that only I'll be figuring out. Then CDC says that change data capture. CDF also we call it as change data feed, but CDC is the main thing, that is change tracking. It tracks the change whenever you do a update, insert, delete, all those kind of things. If you do, that is a change basically, that will do. Or we'll do a delta merge. These are the concepts that majorly we use in the production scenario to do all those kind of things. Okay, so when would you perform a full load? Whenever, so if a interviewer asks you when you will do if you are doing an incremental load at this particular point, when you will do a full load, we'll do a full load whenever initial migration is happening, you are loading some historical data, or any kind of data corruption happened, data got corrupted. So at that time you will be loading the data, because all data is not correct. So now you will be reloading the new data. At that time you will be doing a full load. Every time you will be not doing a full load, try to understand that schema redesign happened, like basically your schema got changed. Previously it was having some integer, these kind of values, now it got changed. So basically at that point you will be doing that. So these are the questions, very very important on this point of view, and try to understand these things. There can be many more questions that can be applied. We'll be covering those things in the part 2, but I'll be adding everything in our this particular thing. I'll be here only, I'll be saving this. I'll be creating a new folder called as data engineering scenario based question. Better to create a free account on Databricks free edition, and link your account with this kind of GitHub repository. Link your account with your own GitHub repository, so that you can understand basically. Okay, we'll be saying it as part 1, and we'll be importing the thing, and I'll be also adding some notes. Please try to understand basically what we are doing, and please try to import this first and try to see all those things that we have done, and also try to understand the scenarios. If you directly jump to the things, don't understand the fundamentals, it is going to be very difficult for you to clear off the interviews. So please try to understand the scenario. Once you understand the fundamentals, the scenario based questions are easy. Try to build some projects also. Okay, so we will be pushing it right away. scenario based. It is pushed. Now just I'll be opening the GitHub. Right now we don't have that folder. Now you can see a new folder has came in, that is called as part1, and here you can see the file is also there. Directly fork this repository. Whenever you will go to the main repository, a fork option will come. Do that so that you can directly get this whole repository copy in your own account. Okay, that is the thing that you can do directly. Don't just download everything one by one. Better fork it, or directly what you can do, fork it and then link your particular GitHub repository here. If you want any kind of lecture on that, please comment it down. I'll make it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to learn these things from very basic, from very fundamental, we have our own end-to-end this DataX bootcamp, where you can understand, learn everything from the very scratch. It is very affordable, and also you get access to the your what we say community, where you can ask any type of question, and we also do live Q&A sessions where you can ask your doubts and any kind of questions. So definitely these are the helps that you can get from me if you want it. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and all the links for everything is there in the description, for the bootcamp, for the resources, everything is there in the description. Meet you in the next video. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram. Bye bye.